These are 5 things you need to start doing right now to stop your back pain. My name is Dr. Story. I've been a chiropractor for over 23 years. I'm going to give you realistic advice based on my experience. Now, 23 years of treating people with back pain gives you a lot of wisdom of what works and what does not work. So number 1 is strengthen your hamstrings, your glutes, and your spinal erector muscles. You know, nothing bothers me more than when a patient comes in and says, I've been trying to strengthen my core. Core? What does core mean? Most people think that the core is this six-pack. They want to get a six-pack, and they think that if they strengthen their abdominal muscles, that somehow magically that's going to make their back pain go away. That's like saying if you have a weak tricep right here, if you strengthen your bicep by doing bicep curls, somehow magically your triceps are going to get stronger. Does that work? Absolutely not. It never works. It's never worked in the past. It's never going to work in the future. The key to getting your back to feel better is to strengthen your hamstrings, your gluteal muscles, and your spinal erector muscles. The spinal erector muscles are in the back near the spine. That should make sense to people. Now, what I've done on my YouTube channel is if you go to the page, the front page of my YouTube channel, and you actually go to the search area, there's a section that says playlists. If you click that, under playlists, I have basically given it all away. All the exercises that I recommend to my patients are on the playlist area. It's under core exercises. There's about 19 or 20 different videos. On those, there's 7 total exercises. Quite frankly, most of my patients, they don't even get past number 4, and they're feeling fantastic. Go to the playlist section, watch all the videos on the core exercises, and start reaping the benefits. Number 2, you need to start taking fish oil. Now, the reason why you need to start taking fish oil, and I'm going to put a link down below of which fish oils I use and I recommend, but the reason you need to take fish oil is because it reduces inflammation. Most people that are coming in with back pain are in my office because something is inflamed, something is irritated. Now, the best solution for that is a good diet, but if you don't have a perfect diet, the second best option is to start taking fish oil. I recommend between 2 to 4 grams per day, depending on the size of the person. The 2 products that I will use are, number 1, the product from Zone Diet. That's a good product. And the other one is the Ceroil product. The fish oil that I take, I literally just put it in a spoon, suck it down. I don't even have a chaser. So the reason why is because the Ceroil one comes with a little bit of orange in it. You hardly notice the taste. Fish oil reduces inflammation in our body, much like an aspirin or an Advil would, but it works in a different mechanism. The fish oil does not destroy your liver or kidneys like aspirin or Advil or something like that, an ibuprofen. Those things will destroy your stomach, they'll destroy your kidneys and your liver. It's all bad news. The fish oil is actually good. So step 2 would be start taking fish oil on a daily basis. Number 3, you need to start going to a chiropractor. And I know this sounds biased, of course, but why don't you give it a year and go to a chiropractor 1 time every month? The way to find a good chiropractor is by asking people around your neighborhood and find out who's got the best reputation. The best way to ask a chiropractor what to do for you is to say, literally, I want you to assess the motion of my spine and correct what you find. I want to come in about once a month, and I want to see how my back does after the course of a year. If the average fee is $50 to do that, and you go 12 times, that's $600 for the year. That is nothing in our healthcare world today. And so $600 to get your spine to function at a high level to where all the joints are supposed to be moving properly are actually moving. You know, most people don't think about it, but there's 26 bones in our spine. All of them should have movement. If some of them are not moving well, you're going to accelerate the process by which muscles will start to spasm, nerves get pinched, and the cartilage on those joints will start to wear out at an accelerated pace. You cannot get all that information back or that structure back after the damage has been done. So get to a chiropractor, start going once a month. The worst thing that'll happen is at the end of the year, you're not going to feel any different. So you know what? If that happens, quit. Nobody's asking you to stay forever. But the reality is, if you want your back to start feeling better and you want to start doing it now, start seeing a chiropractor once a month. Number 4, find out what triggers your pain and try to find alternatives with which to use that motion. So let me give you an example of that. Let's say sitting in a car is actually really bothering your back. Every time you get into the car, you sit there, after 20 minutes, your back starts to ache and you start to get numbness down the legs. Well, one option would be to get a lumbar roll, something like a beach towel that rolled up, put it behind the small of your back so you maintain that posture. If you notice a certain type of motion, for example, like playing golf or doing something, causes you to have back pain, then consult a golf professional to assess your swing. Maybe you're over rotating, maybe you're reaching too far back, something like that. But you have to find out what are the triggers for your back pain and start to eliminate them or modify them so they're no longer a trigger. The reality is, if you see a chiropractor like me and I do the greatest Gonstead perfect clunk G-note adjustment to your spine, but then you go out and you actually ruin it by doing motions that aren't good for your spine, then we're just playing tug of war. The best solution would be to find those triggers that cause you pain and eliminate them or modify them. Number 5, and the final one, and this is so easy and so simple that it's almost near impossible to get people to do it, and that is, you need to walk quickly and fast and briskly. Walking is not good enough. For many people, the trigger to their pain is actually walking. And the reason why is, because they're walking like this. They're walking with bad posture. They're not swinging their arms. They're not swinging their legs. I always tell patients, kind of as a joke, because I like to get the point across, is that walk as if you had someplace to go. Walk as if you were a confident person, you had someplace to go. Also, another way to think about it is walk as if zombies are walking after you. They're going to get you. But you know from the movies that every time someone tries to run, they fall, break their leg, and the zombies eat their brains. The best way to get away from zombies is to walk fast, walk briskly, but don't run, because then you trip and fall. Most patients laugh at that, they get the idea. But the point is that if you walk quickly, it is actually therapeutic for your low back. And the reason why is because when you walk and you swing your arms and you swing your legs, you give a little bit extra step and you pick up the pace, what happens is the bones themselves actually shimmy like this. They get a little micro movement and the muscles of the spine get activated, and actually by the time the end of the walk happens, you feel like your spine got a little miniature massage deep inside the spine. That's what you want. If you walk slowly, or you window shop, or you walk your dog, that isn't good enough. It's not a fast enough pace. So simply getting out of the house and going 5 minutes one way and then having to come home, walk 5 minutes back, a simple 10-minute fast brisk walk can make a world of difference in how your back feels. I hope this was informative to you. I hope it was beneficial. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you hit thumbs down to this, you are basically saying that some guy that you don't even know, who has 23 years of chiropractic experience, treating tens of thousands of people, doesn't know anything. So you made a mistake by hitting thumbs down. You give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, you can ask in the comment section below.